Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about introducing drama. So we'll also see about what is a drama, what are the structures of a drama. We'll also talk about the Elizabethan drama because it is at that period of time when large number of dramas were written in English history. Large number of dramatists became famous in that period of time. We'll also look at the types of drama that emerged in course of time. So let's begin with the introduction. What is drama? So drama is nothing but a story presented in action. It is a very clear story presented in action that is being showcased to a group of audience. So if you look at the origin of drama, we find that from the history of English literature, it was born out of the religious instincts of man. So during the early period, we find that England was continuously under attack by various tribal groups, and due to all these complications, no particular language was common to all. So there were people of German speaking, there were people of French speaking, and out of all these, there emerged a new group of people who started speaking in English, which was a combination of both the languages. And if you look at the churches, only Latin was spoken there because it was the language of it was a classical language. It was the language of high class people. Uh, so the common people did not understand the contents of the Bible because it was also written in Latin. So to make the common people understand or send the message of Christ to the common people, many uh, dramatic the clergy started dramatizing the parts of Bible and showcasing it to the common people so that they could spread the message of Christianity easier among the common people. So in course of time, large number of people started coming to watch this, and it in course of time it started moving from inside the church to out of it and to larger areas which could accommodate large number of audience to watch it. And being it becoming very much popular, it started moving from the hands of clergies to the common people. So a group of people started emerging who were very much skilled in acting in these dramas. So it started as a religious instincts of man. We find that earliest form of drama in English was the mystery plays and miracle plays, and slowly the common dramas came up. The tragedies came up, the comedies came up, the romantic plays came up, the tragicomedies came up. So all these plays came up from the religious instincts of man. So unlike novel, it is action oriented and it needs audience to watch it. So if you take up a novel, it does not need a large number of audience to gather in a particular place. It only needs a reader to read it in privately or read it alone. Now a drama has a plot, character, dialogue, and atmosphere. Its aim is to perform on stage and not for private reading as the novel. It should be economical in presenting the characters and plot. Why? Because if you put in large number of characters and a very big storyline that is very much complicated, then it would be very much tedious for the audience to sit and watch because they won't be understanding it at the first place, and it would take a very large number of time. So it should be in a manner that the audience can enjoy it and they long to watch it again. So it should be very much economical in presenting the characters and the plot. It basically presents a problem of or a conflict to the audience that are from the common people's life so that it could relate to them. Now moving to the structure of drama, drama is written in acts which contains various sub-acts. So each act will contain a major problem and the sub-issues in the sub-acts. Now a long drama will contain up to 8 acts while a smaller one will contain 5 acts. Now the major incidents will be covered in acts while the minor incidents in scenes. So a play contains actually four parts: the exposition part, the complication one, the climax, and the denouement. Now we'll look at this in very much detail. The exposition. So this is the first part of the drama. It introduces the characters, settings, and the theme of the drama. It also explains the details of the drama. So this is the part where the audience or the common people get to know what are they going to see. They get to know who are the characters, what are the characters present, what is the storyline of the drama, and all that. Moving down, we find the complication one, which is the rising action. Immediately after the introductory part, the story starts moving, and that's where the action starts. So it's the rising action that immediately the story starts moving, it becomes the complication. Now the action rises, and life of protagonist becomes complicated one, and this takes up the second and the third act. Now, the complication results into a very serious crisis, which is the climax. And the climax comes around in the third or the fourth act. And the next one is the denouement, which is the falling action. Now, the denouement unravels the complications in the drama. If it is a comedy, it gives up a solution. Or if it's a tragedy, it gives up the catastrophe that decides the fate of the character. Now, if you look at the plot of the drama, it can be either romantic or the realistic one. A romantic plot is where the imaginary story is being viewed but with real world settings. If you look at the realistic drama, it is the true story of life that one can find in his society or around him. So the language of drama, it was verse in the olden days because verse was the only form of writing in olden days. By 18th century, it turned out completely into prose because before that period of time, there was a slow transition coming up. That some part were written in prose, some in verse and all. But by 18th century, it turned out completely into prose. Now the Elizabethan play. So the Elizabethan play followed Senecan tragedy in terms of structure. So it was divided into 5 acts, and each act was divided into major mini scenes. So the stage were mere platform because originally they did not intend to have a theater, or the theater concept of theater was not there. So they used to perform it on mere platforms. Now each scene was followed in quick succession to another. Now changes were indicated through boards. As it moved on, the modern dramatists changed the 5 acts into 3 acts because they felt that was very much sufficient for them. So the dramatic types. So there are many dramatic types that emerged in course of time. The first one were the tragedy and comedy. They were in pure terms as far as the Roman or Greek tragedy was concerned, but when it came to English tragedy, they started mixing it together, and that formed the romantic tragedy or romantic comedy. Later down, they formed a new form of drama named tragicomedy, that was a mixing of both tragedy and comedy. Then we have the farce and melodrama, the mask, the one-act play, the dramatic monologue. So these are the types of drama. Thank you.